So we're in a top secret location for Keep It Real, which we can't reveal to anybody at all. And we're going to have a bit of a chat to Tom about what's going on December 18th. So come with us, come have a look. Let's check out the studio.
Hush, you broke my heart, no, not today, now hush, hush. Well, I thought I heard you call my name, now hush, hush. You broke my heart, and now, not today, now. In the morning, and late in the evening.
Alright, so you get the promotional hat on?
Got my pro hat on.
Normally it's you doing the interviewing.
So, Jim, how long have you been playing in the Doors? So, when you were touring with the Doors, what was your favourite song? Yes, that's
So
right.
we'll be asking everybody the questions.
Yes. What's that? You were always too
Now's your chance to speak to everybody else that's out there. So we've got an event coming up on December 18th.
Yes, December 18th at Global Music Revolution.
And that's in Klemzig?
OG Road, Klemzig. So it's my mates Johnny and Mark run the music shop there, and it's pretty cool, kick-ass little shop. So it's not only a place where you can buy your instruments, it's also a cool little venue sort of stage out the back where we're running this event.
And how many people we got turning up to this on the stage?
There's going to be 21 musicians, some of Adelaide's finest talent coming from more different working acts.
So that's a pretty big collaboration. Most of these guys don't normally perform together.
No, they don't. So it's basically the people that you would have seen come through our collaboration series doing our live streams from here, not necessarily in the same groups that we're playing, but you know, the musicians that come through here, we sort of got them all together and formed new little groups.
So a whole lot of people from a whole lot of different bands that have never performed together, they've all come together. Tom sent everybody out little messages and said, hey, come in for a jam, we're going to set up in the studio and we're going to perform live, which some of you guys have already seen streamed live across the internet in the past. But now it's going to be an actual live event because the whole point of Keep It Real is keeping it real, keeping it live, right?
That's right. I like to put people on the spot and expose them, hence Keep It Real. It's not about post-production, it's not about editing, it's not about blurting out your mistakes. It's basically about picking up your instrument, jamming with other musicians, and what comes out is what you get.
Now we've had some pretty amazing stuff happen over the last few months that you've put together. It sounded really, really good. I mean, you would expect these guys are polished, rehearsing every weekend from what we've been hearing. It's not just...
Yeah, I was actually amazed at how it turned out. When I first had the idea, I thought it could go either way. But I reckon with the quality of musicians we had coming in, it worked really well, and most of them could just cruise around as session musicians anyway. So I think once they agreed on what songs they want to play, you know, they put it together quite easily and quite quickly.
So with the live event, we've actually got older groups that didn't actually know what songs they're all going to be playing each together. And I saw in the chat for a little bit earlier today, a couple of people chose the same song. What are you going to do about that? Have them duke it out? Or?
Well, I thought I better actually check to see what songs everyone's playing in case, you know, there's a chance we'll double up. But yeah, at least now we know what everyone's playing.
Otherwise we could have had like 3 hours worth of K-San played straight away.
No K-San.
No, what about Flame Trees?
Sorry, if you're a Chisel fan.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Tom is not a Chisel fan. Sorry, Barnsey.
Yeah, nothing against you, mate, but...
You can come down, enjoy the show, and you won't have to listen to any of your own music, mate, alright? So that'll be good.
Yeah.
We've got a bar going on down there?
Yep, so the way I've set it up is kind of like a mini festival. So I've hired a couple of marquees, and at Global Music there's a big strip along OG Road. That's where the marquees are going. We've got temporary fencing the area off, and I've hired bar staff, and we've got a liquor license for the night, so we're going to run a bar. We've got obviously security that we've had to hire, and instead of food trucks, we've now got a local footy club running a barbecue, and all proceeds are going to their club. So I thought that was pretty cool. Thanks, Houghton Footy Club.
And people are allowed to dance and jump around and move about?
Yes, yeah, it's a ticketed event, so if you come and you don't dance, that's actually a sin.
Don't party foul, make sure you can't move around.
Yeah.
Now, where can guys get tickets for this event?
Okay, we're selling tickets on Eventbrite. So Eventbrite is a ticketing company that sell tickets for events like this. So if you type in Eventbrite, Keep It Real Collaboration Project, you'll find it. Or go to Keep It Real's Facebook page, there's plenty of links. There are a few promo tickets floating about, so if you go to some of the performers' pages, you might be lucky enough to win tickets.
We'll put a link up here somewhere, or maybe
See
there.
this link? There it is.
Right, now what time are we going to start on the day?
Okay, I want to kick off first performance around 7:30, but I want to open up about 6 to get everyone in, get yourself some nice barbecue food, a couple of drinks, have a bit of banter, meet a few of the musicians. So yeah, get there around 6:30, kick off around 7:30, and we'll go through with live music to about 1 a.m.
So that sounds like a pretty ripping night. Now,
Yeah.
this isn't only an event that the general public should come to. I think a whole lot of musicians should also come along to this, because the guys that are playing out in bands and need some fill-ins at late notice, these are the perfect people for them to be networking with and coming
Well,
to see.
it's funny you say that, because I've been speaking with a few of the musicians, and we're kind of calling it the musicians' Christmas party. So you know, if you're a working musician and you're not performing on the night, still come along, because networking's great. I know myself, playing in a cover band, we always get called out last minute needing a fill-in. So if you're a working musician, it's good to put your name out there, be part of a cool group we're forming here at Keep It Real, and we'll help each other out.
And if you've been complaining about not being able to dance all year long, this is a perfect opportunity for you to come down as well, because you can dance, you can jump around, you can have a whole lot of fun, you can listen to music, and there'll be no complaints on the night, just a whole lot of smiles and funs and yelling and maybe some moshing, right?
Oh yeah, it's going to be a very positive, happy vibe there. I think a lot of people are going to let loose, because they probably wouldn't have seen a live music event like this for a couple of years. So yeah, it's really going to be special, I guess.
Dare we say this will be the biggest thing in Adelaide?
I'd say it would be. If you're into live music, if you're not at this event, you're missing out, because it'll be the biggest event that we've had for a couple of years that's all about the music. It's not just a band in a pub where you're there for dinner and then you're there for, you know, socialising with your mates. This is obviously, you socialise with people there, but this is all about live music. So yeah.
Now, Keep It Real, how do you put Keep It Real together from the outset, and tell us a little bit about Keep It Real in general?
I basically started Keep It Real because I wanted to get more gigs for my own band initially, but the whole idea behind Keep It Real, like I mentioned before, it's about real musicians playing real instruments. So if you can't replicate what you're playing live, in my eyes it's not real, so it's not keeping it real. Yeah, so it started out as just a way to get more gigs, and then the more and more venues and people I spoke to, the more our website got bigger and more acts added. It then became a booking agency, and then obviously when COVID kicked in, a lot of that died, and it was a lot of struggling musicians out there. So I thought, what can we do to keep it real? And I thought, well, you know, live streaming is all we got at the minute. So then I invested in the technology to live stream, and now I'm building up a little community of musicians, and yeah, it's going well.
There's a lot of money in there. You've got invested in cameras and gear and drum kits and...
Yeah, that's right. You know, I had to invest in the gear to do it all properly, because, you know, if we're doing it with iPhones and little speakers, it's just not going to work. So yeah, we wanted to put something professional out there that people can appreciate, and more followers jump on board, and that way we can showcase the talent.
Now, the music community seems to be a little bit different to a lot of other industries. Every other industry, competitors are competing with each other, but competitors in the music industry are collaborating here, aren't they? Like, you're my competitor,
Yeah.
I'm Rocket Entertainment. Make sure you book your bands for Rocket Entertainment. Now you can call Tom as well.
Yeah.
But Tom books bands as well, and we're here sitting together collaborating with all these other musicians that are putting shows on, and all these musicians that are normally in bands, that are normally doing all gigs apart and separate from each other. They're all coming together.
Yeah, well, that's the whole idea behind it. I don't want to create competition. I don't want to create, what do they call it, band envy of each other. I basically just want to create a community of musicians who support, encourage, work together, because here's my cheesy line, you ready? We are stronger when we come together and work as many. Okay, like,
Close up on that one.
yeah. So there's no point us competing for gigs. There's no point us bagging each other out. Basically, just encourage each other, help each other out. We're all going through the same problems, and we all want the same thing, and that is to play music in front of an audience. So, you know, let's just come together and help each other out.
Mate, you've done an amazing thing here. Like, when I first started seeing the streams going up, I thought I've got to be a part of that, and I was stoked when you asked me to come down and have a jam along with everyone. It was a ripper night.
Yeah.
And I had a really good time, and I'm pretty sure all the other musos have had a really great time as well, but now it's time to share it with everybody else, right?
Yeah, and anyone else who wants to be part of our group, just let us know, and you're always welcome to come and have a jam and join in.
Fantastic. So December 18th, down at Klemzig. Make sure you get there, get your tickets from the link here or wherever on the screen that goes up, and come down and see all the artists that are playing, along with Tom's going to be behind the desk, and you're going to jump up on stage as well.
I'm playing the last 2 songs of the night, because I can't relax until, you know, all the sounds come out perfect, you know, all the cameras because we're going to film the event. You know, I've got to be not relaxing until right at the end of the night when I'm like, all right, that's done. I'm going to last 2 songs of the night.
Excellent. All right, see you guys all there.
Keep it real.
Cheers, Tom.
Thanks, Rob.
Excellent.
This mix is the studio room for the musicians, so everyone's got their individual headphone mix here.
Does everyone complain about their headphone mix?
Yeah, so everyone can be like, oi, oi, I need to hear this, I need to hear this. And I'll just whack them over here, whack over here. Middle screen is controlling the mix going to the stream, so I'm using main stage. So everything goes straight from the mixer into main stage, and then I mix and process, and then we send from main stage direct to the camera switcher, which all of our cameras come in at the back here. So we've got 5 live cameras in the live room, and we've got 1 in here and 2 out there. And then this sends direct to the internet, but before it goes over to the stream, I mix it over here to make sure that nothing's running too hot going to the stream. So basically I'm running 3 mixes all at once and the cameras. And
you're doing this as a one-man show?
A one-man show. So if anyone wants to volunteer to help, you know, come do your apprenticeship.
And so what's the most difficult part of this? Is it the cameras or the audio?
I've got to look at it as totally different aspects, and they're both equally as challenging. I'd say that the audios, you get more people yelling at you and complaining, so cameras don't yell at you. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Right on the tip of my tongue. Right on the tip of my tongue. On the tip of my tongue. What we're trying to achieve is someone at the end of a computer, possibly hundreds of kilometres away, to have good sound and good video. So it's more about the sound at the end of the stream rather than the full rock experience live in the room. I'll have 5 cameras over here. Actually, I'll turn them on and you can see the shots.
All right.
We've got the little Sony here, which is quite a wide angle from this side of the room. We'll turn that on, we'll go have a look at it. Overhead, this drives the stream because this captures the whole room. So this is my reference point. Generally this camera here is used for either the guitarist this side, a keyboard, another shot of the singer depending on who's playing. And my favourite and best camera in here, in the corner, we've got the Sony camcorder. Generally I try and get a really good shot of the singer with this camera. So every time it switches to the singer, it's slightly coming off on an angle from the side. So I set this from the start. Ultimately, if I had helpers, I'd have someone in here the whole time, panning and moving it around and zooming. Then we've obviously got to have a drummer cam back here, which also picks up the newly added keyboard, studio piano. We also have a camera shot out here for our interviews. So generally I'll position this beforehand, somewhere like this, and that's my new interview shot now.
I think the only thing you're lacking in here is a bartender.
I know, that's another thing.
We need a volunteer for that.
I always try to stock the fridge up before everyone comes in. So you can see all our camera angles. This is always the screen that's showing in the stream. So whenever I switch from 1 to 5, so I'll be looking at one of these cameras of where I want my shot. So I might suddenly switch to the singer there. Then every now and then, if a killer drum fill's coming up, we'll quickly go to the drum cam for a bit. Then we've got straight out in front, a different angle. Yeah, there's all our shots there. Then every now and then in between songs, might switch to me. We got the control room. G'day, mate. And number 6 here is us away. Something so strong could carry us today.